Hi, it's Only for the Mind Body Project. Welcome back. Day number 7. So 10 reasons why NLP New Code is better than therapy. In my opinion, anyway. So what is number 7 then? Okay, so in NLP New Code, you're interested in excellence, not average. So therapy is about average and theories. So let's just have a look at this. Let me do this here. So excellence is up here. Dysfunction's down here. So I'm just going to put dysfunc. Right, so average is here, or normal people. Yeah. Now, so what happens is, when you do a lot of traditional, so like things like CBT, which is evidence-based, but they're evidence-based over a population. So what you do is you get average people, randomised sample, and you're essentially getting the average of the average. Yeah, so you get average people, so the mean, and so let's put average or normal, and so you randomize sample, and then you're getting you basically take standard deviation of that, and you get the middle of the centigram of that, which is the average. So you get the average of the average. That's essentially what the NHS are going to pull out. And then when you look at the stats and how many people, when it comes to helping people and how many people relapse, is around about 25%, which looks about right on there actually. So that's essentially where we are at, somewhere there. NLP New Code, we're not interested in average. So that is why we do modeling. NLP technology is about modeling excellence. It's the best. You find the world's best, find out what they are doing, and you model that. Now, with design human engineering, what you do is you use it as a starting place, the excellence, but then you create your own states and you make it even better than them. So, but essentially NLP is about excellence. It's about finding the best in your field and modeling those people. So you look at their physiology, you look at what they're doing, you look at the breathing, gestures between their voices, tonality, what words they actually use, what they do with their arms, what they do with their posture, how they stand, where they stand, what they do, what they eat, and you are looking at everything that they do, and then you model there. Because in other words, that result already exists. So we know the result is there because that is the result I want to get. So if I can just model them, then that's where I go to. And you need to be able to do it consistently and then code it. So that's what NLP is about. It's about excellence, not average, not normal. Forget normal. Normal is just... So that is why when people say to me, I just want to be normal. No, you don't. You really do not want to be normal. You want to be, and this is what I say, always progressing towards excellence. So people set themselves, when they're here in this dysfunction part, therapy will take you to around about the average of the average, here, this point. Yeah. Now I work between there and there. This is why, so therapy, there's a use for therapy. Yeah, I think there's a use of psychology and things, especially when it comes to secondary care. But I still think you should be using the New Code stuff in there as well as obeying the law and the mental health act and everything, because you need content there. But that is where they're going to take you. And this gap here between average of the average and normal is where people are struggling and there's no help for. Yeah, this is where people are. This is where I can help people from. But I'm looking to get them to excellence with the techniques and stuff that I do. And that's what people need, because what happens is they get taken to here. So they're taken to there, average of the average. Then they're told you're on your own. These people don't know how to get from there to there. So what do? They relapse and go back. Because they're not given the skills and the know-how to get past even the average people and go to here, excellence. You need to have a direction in which you're aiming for. You have to have the direction. And with therapy, it's more of an away from strategy. Hey, we're going to get you away from either harming someone else or harming yourself. And then once we're sure that you're not in that risk category, you are on your own. Even though you may still have issues, other issues, but now you're not their problem. Now the therapists outside of the secondary care, so over here, are still with that same mindset. It's always away from. It's very pessimistic in nature. It's not aiming towards anything. That is the problem. You have to have somewhere where you're aiming for, a direction. The direction of NLP New Code is excellence. We want to be amazing. We want to have a high performance state. We want to be performing the best what we can do. We want to reach our potential. We do not want average. Do not be aiming for average, because, listen, they talk about this, don't they? Aim for the stars and you may hit the moon. Yeah, so even if you're aiming for excellence and you don't get there, you might get halfway, but you'll be better than most. That's where you want to get. You want to be aiming for excellence. It's constant and never-ending improvement, but you need to have a direction to go to. You need to be excellence. You need to have a model of excellence to go after, because if you don't, you're going to have a model of stupidity. Yeah, you have to have a direction. You have to have something that you're aiming for. You have to be going there and going, right, what do these people do every day? What do these excellent people do? What do the top 2% in my field do every day? So what do the top 2% of the happiest people do? What are the happiest people in the world doing? What do they do each day? I'm not looking for, hey, here's a randomised sample, let's see what everybody does, because then you're going to get mediocre. You're going to get stupidity. You don't want to be aiming for normal or average or the mean. Not for you personally. The government needs to, and the government, how they fund things needs to be done in that way, because they have to justify quantitatively all the spending that they do. They have to do this. That's why for some things it's good and great, but for other things, like helping you with depression or anxiety or phobias, it's not so great, because they can't get you past this point. It's going to be average or the average. That's the best that they can do with the resources and the way that they do things. So you want to be aiming for excellence, and that's what NLP does. It's not, I don't care what average people do. I'm not, when I have, if I've got loads of I want to learn how to play football really, really well. I don't get 1,000 footballers, find out averagely what they do and think, and then do that to be a brilliant footballer. I go, who's the best? Messi. Messi is the best, by the way. And you go to Messi, even though I can't, it's really hard to model Messi stuff, by the way, because like he thinks double the speed of everybody else. I can't really model him. I can model some of Ronaldo's stuff. Modelled his free kick technique for my master practitioner modelling project, and that was really cool. But Messi, yeah, all right, let's say Ronaldo, because I can't model Messi. Messi's just too good. But Ronaldo, let's say Ronaldo, excellence, as you model what he does. Yeah, you go and see what he's thinking, how he thinks about things, what he does with his training. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to find that. I don't care about the rest, because the rest is not very good. And what you'll find is your improvements turn from decades into days. This is what it allows you to do. This is why it's so much faster as well. So that is, we are interested in excellence. And you really are interested in excellence, even if you think you want to be normal. Your unconscious mind's going, no, we're not going there. I'm just going to not do anything then. Your unconscious mind is saying, no, because it can perform better than what you're trying to aim for. So go for excellence, go for the top, go for the best. no matter where you are on this. Everybody's on this. Doesn't really matter where you are. If you're aiming for there, then you're going to start learning the things that you need to go to get to excellence. Therapy is going to be used more down here with dysfunction and psychology, CBT and things like that. But once you start moving up here, once they've moved your way so that you don't really want to harm yourself, you don't really want to harm others or whatever, mental health fact, then when you get to this point is when you want to be aiming for excellence. That's where you want to be aiming for, and that's why the new code stuff and learning how to get into really, really high performance states is the thing to do, and that's why it's better.